suited to Kyle.
About Blake Griffin?
Being traded or let go, I should say.
No, being traded to the Nets.
But he got
He got buyout.
He
got bought out.
He's going to the Nets.
Yeah.
To Nets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing.
It was only Lakers, he or Nets, and Clippers, and he wasn't going back.
But it was confirmed because I knew it was rumors. It was confirmed, like Woj.
It wasn't Woj.
Okay.
It wasn't Woj.
What's so crazy is like there's other people that confirm things before Woj. He's just the biggest one.
It's like Woj is ESPN.
Niggas don't trust nobody but Woj.
Who said it?
I can't remember, but it was like
the world.
I forgot the wording of it, but it was like one of those ones where it's just like, okay, this is about to happen.
Oh yeah. It's been like the second he got bought out, it was like he's going to either the Lakers or the Nets because he wants to get a ring.
Yeah. You think he's gonna make the Nets better? Like
No.
Define better.
Sheesh.
I mean, yeah, I define better as in like, a difference.
Yeah, I think having
like when I hear better, like a noticeable difference.
Yeah, if they play a small five, I would take Blake Griffin over Draymond Green at a small five.
Why? Hold on, I just want to hear why you don't think he'll make a difference.
I just don't think his athleticism is like that as much as anymore, and he lacks IQ. That's my personal thing.
He lacks IQ.
Yeah,
Man,
for sure.
fuck IQ. You got James Harden, bro. This
Yeah.
nigga used to go crazy with. He got
Crazy with
ass-
Clint
man.
Capella.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bro,
And who was the niggas in Nate?
Like, I
Nate,
hear
like
the Harden arguments all the time. Yeah, bro, he's great.
All right, here
great,
go my
but he
argument:
just-
Bruce Brown or Blake Griffin.
But it's not even about making them better. Can they beat the Lakers with Blake Griffin? Yes, they can.
Okay, we'll see.
And that's better.
They definitely can't beat the Lakers with Blake.
I mean, they can
I
beat
don't-
them without.
It just makes them deeper, bro.
I don't
Pause.
see it.
Who's matching
and
bro?
think
Who's
about-
matching
in a
bro?
series,
about
you
Kyrie
talking about
and
just
James-
beating them like, or like in a
In a
series?
series, yeah.
In a series.
Dude, is this
Think
supposed to be
about
this
Kyrie
high?
and James Harden setting up Blake Griffin.
He can adjust
I'm
it.
thinking about it all
Should
the
I
time.
lower it, Mars?
Mars,
Just to
he
hear.
can adjust it.
You want to adjust it?
Yeah.
Lower?
Cause
You- You don't have to do that. It's
Okay.
picking you up good.
alright,
Where you're at.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's picking you up good.
alright.
So you got Lakers against.
I don't even like the Lakers, and I say that. Yeah,
Okay, hold on, B.
I just see how they play.
Who
and they just
matches up
dominate.
with who? I just want to know that.
So were you a Utah fan?
Huh?
So were you a Utah fan?
Bro, I was a Kobe fan. Period.
Okay, word.
Yeah,
Alright.
like
Respect.
so when Kobe left, I don't care about basketball like that no more.
Like, so who's matching up with James
I don't
Harden?
care. I just said it. I just said it. I just
don't
watch
care.
basketball like nah, I don't see it because I just from my experience.
But you
But,
can't say that Blake
but-
Griffin can't do it.
I mean that's just me. That's just me. And I forgot where I seen this. Maybe it was like a few weeks ago. I seen like you know how people go on YouTube and make their whole theories on like why is Blake not what he used to be, and they were just saying like he just depended on his athleticism too much. That's it. Just like Dwight Howard. Just like Dwight Howard.
See, that's
Just
to me.
depended on-
Those are all still not real basketball people talking. People that make those videos don't play basketball. Blake Griffin can come and give you a 40 piece. If Russell Westbrook is still dropping
Listen,
28,
He can
15,
give you a
and
40
9,
piece, but when you have to understand it's like
And he
it's a
doesn't
team
dunk
effort.
anymore.
It's like
And that's what I was about to
That's
say.
what
Like,
I'm
'cause
saying.
he did.
nobody's building a team around Blake no more. Like you just get
Who,
at it and you just see what you
But
can
who's
do.
building the team
Nobody's
around?
saying that. We're
I know-
adding him to a stacked team.
I know that,
Okay, go ahead.
but like he has to work with how the team works. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's great. He can do these things, but I have to see it to believe it. I have to see him really play, and then,
Listen,
okay, I understand.
listen.
I watched somebody that made a video like that too, and the reason why I liked the video he made about Blake, he was just like, it's easy to say that Blake is like garbage now, but
I ain't saying he garbage.
if you look at where he went from the Clippers, and he was
Yeah.
like, that's why when he became a free agent, they knew he wasn't going back to the Clippers
Yeah.
because the Clippers told him that he was gonna be a franchise player for them.
Yeah.
Hint the reason why he was dropping 35.
Mm-hmm.
He was going crazy for the Clippers. They traded him to the Pistons for the whole what's the dude Tobias Harris trade? That trade or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He went
Tobias
to
to Philly.
he went to Pistons. He went to the Pistons and still proceeds to drop 25 and 14. So I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Which the reason why he's a free agent now is because he's literally said he was tired of playing. He said I want to be benched.
Yeah.
And they benched
He
him.
looked
and then-
tired. He looked like he don't
like he
his
didn't want
heart
to play. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his heart isn't in the game no more. His heart isn't in that
To me,
team.
Because they were losing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's a win.
sure.
I agree that his athleticism is going to take him so far, but I remember this nigga playing with Blake Griffin on 2K and this nigga got a strap.
Yeah.
And I was like, when the fuck did this happen?
Listen,
but
when
that
he
was
went-
as
When he went to Detroit,
he changed his
learned
game.
how to shoot.
Yeah, he learned how to shoot.
And that's
Like
what I
that
was gonna
mid range,
Yeah.
he got it all day.
That's what I was
That
gonna
three,
say.
he
Like,
got it a little bit.
I was like, when the fuck did this happen? But I don't know. My only question with Blake Griffin just him staying healthy. That's what I'm be concerned there. But I think he still got at least 3 to 4 years.
How many
I mean,
times-
the thing is, with him being on Brooklyn, like he doesn't have to work that hard.
He
on
doesn't.
Brooklyn.
He
Like,
got- but
he can start. He can come off
sometimes
the bench. Whatever.
that's a con though, because when you don't have to work as hard, like you just become like a role, like not as much as a role player as you need to be.
If I got Blake Griffin as a role player on my team, sign me up. He's gonna come in there and get me a bucket, bro. Somebody passing that ball, he's getting that bucket.
I get what Benji's saying, but it's not in this sense because everybody else on that team can shoot 3.
And that's what I was going to say.
So it's just like
what he cleared out for Blake Griffin. He's getting that rebound and getting that bucket.
It's not even that. Just like the moment Kevin Durant, Kyrie, or James Harden step past 3-point line, now you don't know what the fuck to do because either they're gonna make their own shot or it's a lob to Blake Griffin.
Listen, you can't leave those 3 open. So it's just like. You probably gonna have to double one or double 2 of them.
I think it makes a strong case for the Lakers and Brooklyn conversation, but I agree with your original point. I haven't watched the NBA in a long time.
Yeah,
it's just not the same.
I need to see it. I can't just make.
I still be watching. Yeah. Blake Griffin is gonna help them niggas out. That's all I'm saying.
I'm interested to see if Russ ends up as a Clipper or Boston.
Because what he gonna do? How they gonna run it on the Nets? Yeah. It'll be like when the Warriors had they small 5 and they put Draymond at. That's what I was saying. The Draymond argument.
I honestly see Brooklyn winning it all.
Man, these boys just want to get a ring.
Who?
I'm just saying anybody. Like, they really trying. Like,
I can't blame Brooklyn. Yeah, I can see why he want to get one for real. Because, like, he changed. Like, how you saying about, like, Dwight Howard. Dwight didn't learn a different type of game. Blake actually said, like, all right, cool. Let me correct this shit. And, like, I'm still losing.
Found a shot. Like, he actually was like, okay, let me
change. As footwork, he changed up his whole game.
But, I mean, it's not... I mean... The fact that I know that is just because it's Blake Griffin, not because he has like, oh my god, Blake Griffin got that shot that's fire. I just know that he added that to his repertoire.
TV either though. The Pistons ain't got no TV time, so we would.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about the NBA now. Like all these players who want to win a ring, they know they can't do it by themselves. That's why it's boring to me because they have to go to a super team.
They do
to get their ring, and they're all gonna do that and just make it a more super team.
I mean, just imagine when you go to like a random basketball court and you just look for like the best players on the court, like that's what it is. It's
I never do that.
Well, certain people do that though. No, it's when they're.
This nigga Luke walk on the court and be like, "I'm the best player on this bitch. I don't need to look for nobody. I don't need to look for nobody."
When it's our friends, yeah, we try to make it interesting. When we go there with like multiple friends, and we like, okay, I know my guy, like my boy here can't do what I can do in this, so let me. You can be over here or you can be with me, regardless. But when you're like trying to win a ring, hey, there's money on this game, bro. I'm trying to get the best players I can. Like, yeah, like you're gonna do that. That's what the NBA is.
I mean, it just depends on which. Yeah, I agree. It depends on what you're playing for. Like, because I think to myself, I don't understand why Bradley Beal is still with the Wizards, but it's like, to me, I think of it as I'm playing outside. Like, I want to let the world know that I am this dude without no help. If people want to come here, be that guy. But
hence earlier today playing bad. They said, no, we don't need no switch. I was like, all right.
I don't think Bradley Beal gonna care. He wants to drop 90 with the Wizards. So
I mean, same thing
he gonna be that.
You can argue the same thing with Dame. Like Dame isn't leaving. Dame should have been left.
Yeah,
Dame should have been.
I mean, there's certain people that have that mindset. They're like, nah, bro.
I respect
like, I'm gonna stick it through. Like, I like this. I like where I'm at, and I'm fine where I'm at. And even though I'm not getting the ring and the limelight, well, he's getting some of the limelight.
You think Dame's gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
I say in the next 2 to 5 years, depending on what he does. He has a high chance. I feel like he could, like, at this moment, I don't know, but I feel like by the end of his career,
because I feel like
what he does,
I feel like he still has a lot of career left. But I'm not really sure how old he is.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure that old.
I mean, I know he's not that old, but I don't know what
Curry?
But I was watching highlights the other day, and Dame was playing.
I give him
like
about 5 more years.
Kobe
he younger than Curry, right?
Like he was playing.
Bro, we could just Google
2012. Like I was watching some Kobe highlights in 2012, 13, that Kobe year, and I was like, damn, Dame was playing back then.
He is.
That's like eight years almost now.
30 years old, he got at least 5 years left.
Yeah, he got 5 years. That's what I was saying. In the next 2 to 5 years, depending on what he does, like.
I feel like it's not hard to get an NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he just plateaus right here and then everything else from here on out is just kind of like, and you forget about him for the next 3 years, you're kind of like, oh. But if he's still doing them shit
basically, he still has to do something for me before I'm like, okay, he's a Hall of Famer. Like he hasn't done it already.
And you're not the only one that thinks that.
I mean, I agree. Yeah. I mean, he's hit some crazy big shots and done a lot of things.
But that's not enough. Like,
and I just feel like those are like moments.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I agree.
Like, shit, it's more like a wow factor than it is like he's really got it. Like he's about to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right now, he's just a highlight player. Like he's just a highlight player for our era.
Has Dame ever been like considered a top 5 player?
Yeah, I mean, that's an argument. It's always been between.
It's an argument, right?
It's always like when you name top.
It's not 5, a clear like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because we're still transitioning, but most people are gonna pick Dame today, like between Russ and Dame because they want a shooter now.
Got you. Like for me, like T-Mac was my favorite player before Kobe, and like even though he never got a ring, and people knew that motherfucker was great. Like in his prime, he's definitely like top 3 in his prime at that time. So like people, that's why they like consider T-Mac so great. Is he going? Is he? No, I don't think he is.
I don't think.
I don't think he is. I don't know. I feel like he deserves to be. That's me, Tracy McGrady.
I don't think so. Yeah,
but he,
bro,
man scored 13 points in.
Is T-Mac in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he got inducted on the jump on one episode.
I don't know. He never won a ring. Never even made past the first round. But I still think.
Yeah, T-Mac got inducted. I remember he was crying on live when they presented
hell
to him.
Yeah, like
you got inducted.
Like it's
in the
clear.
Hall of Fame.
At his time, it was clear. This man was like top 3 for sure. Like no arguments. Oh, the game's transition.
Y'all think not Russ. I think Derrick Rose can get in the Hall of Fame.
I want to, man.
Unfortunately, I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but man,
I can see so. Just the argument for him to get in is the fact he was one of the youngest MVPs.
Yeah, that is
big.
And then how he followed up, like
that is huge.
I don't know if it's enough.
I don't know if it's enough, but I feel like he has something.
I don't know if it's
compared
enough.
to Dame. He has something.
If he wins a ring, then maybe he will.
If he wins a ring, of
as
course.
as a crucial player or something like that.
Honestly, I can see it. He's with the Knicks right now. If he does anything to get them in the playoffs plus some, he's going to
and I agree with that.
Like past the second round?
Honestly, I think...
Not even pass. Just get him to the second round.
As a player...
players who deserve it, I think he kind of deserves it.
No. I thought we give him a pity deserve.
Personally, I want that man to get all the flowers he can, bro. That man...
No pun intended.
Yeah, the man is great, bro. Especially when what he was doing... He was dominating.
I mean, I feel like Derrick Rose still got enough time, but he's one of those players we just talked about. I mean, I feel like he could easily go to a super team. He could easily went to the Lakers instead of the
teams want him though.
Yeah.
Then why, like?
Because
it's not
it's not about that for Derrick Rose. Yeah. I'm never going to forget when he came back for his first injury, and they were like, "How do you feel?" He was like, I feel great." He was like, "You still think you're the best player in the world?" He said, "I am the best player in the world." I was like, "Yo, this dude is fire." I feel like he still has that mentality where it's like, you know what I mean? Like I still want to play for myself. I still got something. He's doing good with the New York Knicks, bro. He did good with Detroit. He's just not dunking like people want him to, but he gets to the bucket at least 25.
At least. He was like that when he was even playing with the Cavs.
Yeah, bro. The first game he came back, I'm never going to forget. Double overtime with the Knicks, and Carmelo was on the Knicks at the end of the game against Derrick Rose. And Derrick Rose had like 30 points. That was his first, before he had the second injury.
You know what I mean? He's still doing very well.
How old is
right
he?
now?
I think 30s
30
as well.
Something.
He's definitely older than
probably 32, 33.
Yeah, he's definitely in his 30s.
So he's got maybe like another 3 to 4.
32.
If he wants.
I feel like it's just about the system. Whatever system he get into.
Yeah, he's retiring with the Knicks though.
Yeah.
Because with Thibodeau there, definitely.
That's how I feel like what you're saying. Like he's a very big like human person, where he's like, yo, I want to play with a certain individual, like character type people.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like he really like he would go somewhere that he can't fuck with.
Real question, y'all see Kyrie being in the Hall of Fame?
Do I see? Yeah, I do it.
I'm gonna be biased as hell.
I see it. Nah, I don't
My
know.
answer's
Put it
not
like this.
Not yet,
I'm not. When I say this, I don't want people to be like, who. I've seen less people be in the Hall of Fame.
And that's what I was
talking about. Just right this moment. I mean, do I see by the end of his career?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. I'm talking about right this moment.
Yeah,
right. Like if he was in this year.
If he ended it right now, if he retired right now.
Yeah, like let's say everything was going on when he was not really playing and he ended up retiring, would he end up in the Hall of Fame? I don't think so.
Nah, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
If he retired like today, I don't know. I feel like if he retired today, a lot of people would be like mad at them. Man.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You a bitch. Like I'm not saying it's warranted or anything, but I'm just saying people would.
I think there's very few players that are still playing right this moment that can like be in the Hall of Fame right this second.
Russ going to the Hall of Fame if he doesn't win a ring.
Of course,
hands
down, no question asked.
Gotcha. Respect.
I mean, LeBron is a given.
Of course, LeBron, AD,
Melo. Kevin, right?
Yeah, Kevin,
even
Steph.
even that fact.
Kevin who? Durant, right?
Yeah.
Kevin who?
Kevin who?
Even the fact that
Kevin is there.
Huh?
Even the fact that
There's love.
Yeah. Okay.
Kevin. Oh wow. Kevin Love.
I mean, there's a Hall of Fame.
Which Kevin Love should be in the Hall of Fame.
That's what I was about to say. Respect to K Love. Like, let's not forget what that nigga was doing before.
There's the Hall of Fame, and then there's also the fans' Hall of Fame.
No. Everybody we just named is definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
No, for sure. I understand.
And K Love should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody say.
I can see K.
Bro, Timberwolves Kevin Love was a walking triple double. Like that was fucking phenomenal, bro. He was my God, 2K player.
Yes. Yeah.
Now you got me like interested in who I can like debate in the
was
Hall of Fame.
Rondo's going in the Hall of Fame.
I can see Rondo.
Yo, most definitely.
For sure.
Motherfucking nasty.
CP3 is a player right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
easy.
Hall of Fame.
Easy.
Y'all think Lou will gonna go in the Hall of Fame?
Nah.
Nah, he hasn't. he hasn't done enough like in the big.
Jamal Crawford is.
That's between them two.
Jamal Crawford is the fans Hall of Fame, but he is not the NBA's Hall of Fame. He's like a Strickland, like notable amongst the players, but like to get that vote,
some shit like that.
To get that.
Yeah, but it's like they never carried a team. Luke Will's years of carrying a team was never really like him carrying a team. And then last 2 years would have been an arguable thing for him if he would have gotten somewhere. But
damn. If the Hawks had won that one, like if the Hawks had, when they had like that crazy year and Jamal Crawford was 6th man of the year with Kyle Korver, if they had won that year, I feel like Jamal Crawford could probably have an argument to get in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. I feel like we gotta look up what's the requirements for the Hall of Fame. I feel like there's some tough requirements.
I never thought about that.
The NFL Hall of Fame, I've heard and I keep hearing is like harder to get into than the NBA's Hall of Fame. Like the NBA's Hall of Fame is like known to not be hard to get into.
Damn, I never thought about that. If there was requirements to be in the Hall of Fame.
All it really says here is that a player must be fully retired for 4 full seasons before being eligible for enshrinement. And let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything.
It's all opinion based. I feel.
They just have a committee that screens them and then decides.
Because if there was requirements, they would be like, oh, you have to score this amount of points, voting. This type of
Yeah, true enough.
It's like the MVP, best player, best team, but that don't mean that nigga the MVP for real.
Nah, for sure.
Because if that's the case, then everybody should be. Dame should be in that bitch then.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he is in it.
That's interesting to see.
Blake?
The Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Depending on how he ends his career. I mean,
the
only little blimp he has, Pistons. The Clippers, he was balling the fuck out.
Got you.
So it depends how he ends his career, most definitely.
Who's the best big man in the NBA?
Right now?
Besides Joel?
Nobody. Anthony Davis not playing right now, so. I mean, bigs are obsolete. Shit's
bigs
boring.
is like.
I want to see 5 guards run up and down that court. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck all that dunking shit now. And if you're dunking, I want you to be like 6'4" dunking. Like I don't. If you're 7 foot, if you're like LeBron's dunks never have done a thing for me because he's so fucking big. Seeing small niggas dunks is fire. That turns me on. Like I'm like, yo, that's fire.
Remember when Harden had said.
About, yeah. But am I wrong though? You seen that 7 foot nigga dunking? But like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, John.
Listen. Derrick Rose dunking.
That's what I'm. But I'm never gonna forget. I'm never gonna forget this nigga Derrick Rose. He went baseline one time behind the back, and bro was like, "Yo."
With contact,
bro. If Russell Westbrook was like 6'5", 6'8", you wouldn't give a fuck.
The thing about Russell, bro, for some reason, like he just makes the game look difficult. I don't know how to explain it. Like to me, I was like a player.
People say that
like before. I've like everything looks forced, but you make it, of course. Like, but everything doesn't like. For some reason, when I would watch Kobe, it's like Kobe made this shit look easy. To me, like that's why I loved it. Like, damn, I want to try this shit. Oh, I think
the reason why we're saying that is because, like Kobe, people are playing their best defense, but Kobe's going to outscore you in the sense of like his talent and then getting that bucket.
Yeah,
Russ is going to work harder than you.
Yeah,
and that's why people love him.
That's like, literally how he got all his triple doubles. He's just outworking.
I mean, that's the same thing as Derrick Rose. The difference with Derrick Rose, like Derrick Rose,
do the same thing.
He will outwork you, but the thing is, it was like. I feel like the defense was different. Like once Derrick Rose blow past, it was it. Russell Westbrook would run to 3 different people.
Derrick was faster. Derrick was faster than Russ.
Like imagine like every time you went to play basketball and like you got on the court and it's just that one player just.
No, that's exactly what Russell
Westbrook is. You just don't want to play. It's like, oh bro, I don't feel like getting contact right now.
Like that's exactly. I feel like Derrick Rose after he started figuring out like his game, people was like, man, fuck it, you got it, bro. Now one blow by, I was like, all right.
Because the thing with Rose, like he was one of the best players ever played because he had the perfect balance of like finesse. Like he would do spin moves. At times I'd be like, "Oh shit! I thought you could have just went straight to the basket," and he would still spin move and go off the left hand.
The game got ahead of him too, though. He got injured in a very like weird
time.
Very weird time.
What did he injure? Like what?
ACL.
He tore his ACL.
Oh yeah, you talking about Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, they talking about Russ. My bad. Yeah. I knew that. Yeah.
He got injured at a very weird time, and not in the sense like the game was really changing, but the game was like super team performing.
It was because like when like in the middle of him like going through his rehab and stuff, like the game changed a lot from when he got
I'm gonna say super team uniform because he was facing a super team before he got hurt. So then by the time he got back, it was like
he kind of got left out.
Yeah, exactly. There was no point.
Especially since he went right back out. So after that second one, it was just like, oh, this is a whole new.
This is a whole new thing.
And he never. And I feel like his mentality was like, no, fuck this shit. I'm not finna join y'all.
Yeah,
the fact that he went into it when it was happening, and when he got back healthy, when it was already said and done, he's just like, nah, I can't. Like,
and I think also that's why he like struggled a little bit after coming back that second time. After he was done being like injured,
trying to find his space,
but now he's like balling out, like as much as he can right now.
Because when LeBron was on the Heat, D Rose was giving them niggas a lot of sweat, bro. Like D Rose and them Bulls, bro.
Yeah,
I did not know who was coming out. I remember like it was the Bulls 3-2. Against the Heat.
Jimmy Butler went crazy.
And Jimmy Butler was coming out too.
If the Bulls had better like office like management, they would have been winning with that team.
I remember, bro. I don't know if y'all remember the highlight, but like when D Rose dunked on LeBron, Bosh, and Haslam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
Like and he split the perimeter on the trap, split the shit and dunked on all
three. What you was about to say, Benji?
I was gonna say Paul George.
Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Not enough yet.
No.
Plus
his notoriety.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Because of what he did with Toronto.
For sure.
That's not even a question, bro.
Yeah. But it made me mad because, like, after the whole Derrick Rose thing, he's already gone. He's on, like, the Knicks or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw this article that was just talking about how the reason why the Bulls never really had, like, any other, like, star like that came to them or tried to, like, get that out was because the management who, like, the people who own the Bulls also own the Cubs. Yeah. I think it was the Chicago Cubs, and they didn't want to. They were never like invested in basketball. They were always invested in baseball. So they never wanted to put more money into making the Bulls better. They just wanted to put more money into making their baseball team better. Yeah. And that was just like that was trash to me because I feel like they had an opportunity to win a ring, and maybe if they would have had like just some more better people in there, not even players, but just like the whole organization.
They probably didn't care because like they got so much stuff like good like. In the 90s and stuff, like the
you
Bulls.
think so?
Well, that is actually a part of it too because it the ownership kind of like changed. I think after Jordan left, and that's why
they just stopped caring.
It wasn't just a Derrick Rose thing. It was like a whole Bulls organization thing for the post Jordan period.
We're still watching it. Zach LaVine has been balling the fuck out.
I was just about to say.
It's still the same people over there. Like we are still the same thing.
I thought him of today. I was like, damn, is Zach LaVine just another Derrick Rose?
Just imagine if it would have been D Rose, Zach LaVine, and Jimmy Butler right now. Mm-hmm. That's like a super team that's not really like a super team, but they're giving you buckets. Yeah. They are probably like a six.
I feel like
they'll give you buckets, but that's not like a championship team to me.
I mean, no, it wasn't. I'm not definitely not a championship team, but not today. Today you need a knockdown 3-point shooter, bro. Like you
need a Joe Harris.
Like
you need the era flawless, bro.
The era of Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook is ending with Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook. Like literally, bro. I don't think we're gonna see another guard come out of college like I can't shoot but I can dunk on your whole team. I don't think we're gonna see that. Like Anthony Edwards is athletic but he can fucking score. He can shoot. You know what I mean? I mean, every so often we're still find players like that, but I don't think they're gonna be like a face of a league or face of a team still. Like even Zach LaVine can shoot. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I feel like you have to.
Yeah, it's just
like it's a requirement.
At this point, fuck the NBA. Think about moving back the damn 3-point line. Like so. With that being said, it's like of course.
A 4-point line.
Not well. I mean, would it be that? Would it be a 4-point line?
No, it wouldn't.
It would just be a further 3-point line.
Would that be?
Well, how long will it be?
Yeah, feet wise, I guess.
I don't even know.
Somewhere in between where it's at now and the logo.
That would also like change the schools and shit. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I feel like it would just be like now you just shoot where you've been shooting.
Do you feel like it'll change a lot like with the NBA though? Because I feel like a lot of niggas who are shooting threes now are airing it out from
y'all are saying that, but it'd be different now if everyone has to shoot that three. It only makes it dramatic when niggas are not shooting that different because like when James Harden was doing that, which I don't think gets enough credit, when he was doing that shit and Stephen was doing that, it was like why are they shooting from that far? Are you fucking stupid? What is going on?
It was a bad call.
Then slowly it started changing.
Yeah.
Then started doing it, and in games doing it.
If you can do it, it's so like deadly because nobody wants to push that extra couple of feet to guard you.
Yeah, because you can
fucks up the whole defense.
Feel like they gotta pick you up.
Yeah,
and that's a lot more work.
It's a psychology thing because it's like mentally as a player from everything you know about basketball growing up, especially going through the eras, you're kind of thinking like, I'm a little scared to get a little closer to you because I know you might blow right past me.
Exactly.
And that's the whole thing. And that fucks up not only
you're thinking defensively first, and defensively you're thinking this player is not about to take this shot, but yeah, the game is changing. He will take the shot.
I definitely like the way you put that. Yeah, like they moved that 3-point line. Probably like 10 years from now, we're only seeing like straight shooters.
Straight.
Like straight
so I don't think they ever
want
to do it. They might make some adjustments, but I don't think they ever.
I feel like if they move it, then they really don't care about defense. I feel like at that point.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't care about defense.
I mean,
they care about what sells, and that's.
I mean, no cap.
I care about seeing a nigga go crazy.
And like kids after Stephen Curry, it was like kids want to see niggas shoot threes. So that's what.
That's not exciting to me though, man.
It's not. I used to love seeing niggas get dunked on, bro.
No, I like
crossed up.
Both.
I used to love
a blend, crossovers. Like, literally like everything.
To me, it was more so crossovers.
Personally, the last series I liked watching, like oh my god, on the edge of my seat was Dallas Mavericks versus the Heat. I was a blend of both to me. That was nasty. And that came down to Ray Allen's three.
Was shooting.
Yeah.
You even had JJ Barea?
Yes, bro.
Driving in, getting out,
everything.
Like what the fuck? This little guy, like yo, this man is shooting threes, and he's like, oh fuck, I gotta take it in. I have the lane.
And don't get me wrong, it still came down to Ray Allen's magnificent.
Ray Allen about the one with the Spurs?
No.
We talking about Mavericks and Heat.
Didn't Ray Allen
the rematch?
Mavs? Or no? Was Ray Allen for the Mavs or no?
You mean the Spurs?
No,
Ray Allen wasn't on the Heat.
When Dirk won
his ring. Was he?
Oh, when Dirk
won his ring.
I don't know.
Ray Allen wasn't on that squad. Ray Allen came the year after.
Ray Allen was against the Spurs.
Okay,
yeah.
That's why he lost because they didn't have Ray Allen.
Yeah, that's why he lost. They didn't have Ray Allen. That's the whole argument. Like,
yeah,
because of that last shot saved LeBron's career, which I think. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like LeBron got a couple.
It's hard to say nobody's career.
I'm not. That's a very.
That's
strong.
That's crazy.
That is a strong
ass
statement.
That's just really like thinking way too deep about it. I feel like
it's a little deep. You can say a shot.
You can say that about
anybody.
It's a reach.
You can say a shot like projected a career or helped.
That's like saying, bro, if
killed.
Ray Allen didn't make that shot, I wouldn't know who Mario Chalmers was.
Like that's to me, this is like a better way of saying something. To me, if Kyrie didn't make that shot or play as well as he did that series when LeBron was kind of will Kyrie still be the biggest name today? And I think that's a better thing to say because that game, which I think was one of the best player games I've ever seen in my fucking life. Kyrie missed like what 2 shots? That whole game.
He was
that nigga was my god.
It was like I remember watching that series because I was mad. I didn't want Cavs to win. I'm just thinking like, don't give him the ball. Fuck.
I remember watching him come down back to back.
Like he was just
elbow jumper.
He was
bam, bam.
And you yelling at the screen like, yo, that's a bad shot. He was
making it look easy though from his like perspective because it was like.
And it still came down to him hitting the game-winning shot.
Because what's crazy is Clay would get pissed after every possession. Like, I remember he took Clay baseline, spun, step,
saucing too.
Still got a shot.
He was saucing. He was getting by, motherfucker. He was getting by Curry like. Nah,
Curry couldn't guard him. That's why they was mad at that last play because they got Curry on his ass.
Demoralizing to guard that nigga.
Bruh.
They did not win that switch.
Some gym videos of him like playing with USA.
Yeah, bro, he's different. I remember in middle school when it came out that Kyrie was dribbling basketballs with plastic bags around the balls. Everybody's like, we gotta practice like that. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, the fuck, I'm not. Like, I'm not him, bro.
You seen that video? You seen that video of him like doing his like balance test?
Yeah.
And he's like leaning.
But yeah, them niggas is really different, bro. And that's one thing we should talk about too. Like basketball, not even basketball, sports expectancy now, like the life career stuff is definitely gonna be longer, bro. Like niggas is really.
Are you talking about like
crazy that this was supposed to be a music topic day? But we in it now. I'm with it.
But that's like you talking about like going up to their 40s.
Yeah, bro. Like Tom Brady's really doing that.
Absolutely.
LeBron said he wanted to do that. I think he's gonna do that, and like I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie can do it as well.
Oh, if he wants to, about like how sports players have more longevity.
Yeah,
Curry.
Yeah.
If he wants to, if they want to, I think that's what it is.
Because that shit is fun. Like imagine just pulling up, splashing it.
It just depends on how like. Curry's a little different. I feel like he does get beat a lot.
He does.
But I don't know what he does outside of like the NBA to keep up with his body.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's a lot of factors with that because like just like the NBA, like NFL, all these sports have gotten a little bit less like
contact.
Yeah, contact. Mm-hmm. That's one, and then 2,
that's good.
Like training and all that stuff to get you rehabilitated.
There's more science also like nowadays and more just therapy. And
all that, and then just like the game is shifting like we talking about to get more like shooter friendly and all that kind of stuff. Like it's all wraps into allowing players to be able to have a longer career. whether it be NBA players or NFL players or whatever. Like they're getting hurt less, and they're able to train a little bit better and a little bit easier, a little bit more frequently. Like it just makes it all. It just gives your body a little bit more. Yeah,
ability. I feel like
medicine too.
I just feel like that. Like niggas know what not to do, what they can't do. Something that's still experimental, of course, but like year round. Like I don't think LeBron stops, bro. He might take a week maybe or so for his family.
Yeah,
so like
that's
like that should
all
be
the way down to like diet.
And the thing is, that's to me, it's kind of sad because it's like, bro, you've really given up your like. They don't get enough credit. Their life, their body, like it's
their body
year round for them.
You don't know what these motherfuckers are gonna feel like 20 years from now. Like,
bro.
You really don't.
Like I was watching, I can't remember what show was Brandon Marshall on.
I was about to bring it up.
Like
I am athlete.
Yeah, he was just like, he's like, you don't know what I've been through. I used to play through so many injuries, and that shit is real, bro. Like them niggas really just be take a shot or two, get smacked up, and like yo, we gotta get back on that field, bro. Like,
I'm glad you brought that up because I was watching the I Am Athlete, and that was exactly what he was talking about. Because Chad Ochocinco, they was talking about like genetics, and Brandon Marshall was going off like, yo. Nigga, you don't know how many injuries I played through. Because Chad was like, he used to eat McDonald's and then go out there and get the 4 touchdowns.
There's a lot of niggas like that, though. There's a lot of niggas.
There's a lot of niggas. And Chad, but Chad don't believe in, like, the nutrition. He don't believe in nothing like LeBron is doing.
There are people that don't like that don't care. Like, and it works for them. Honestly,
it works, and that's what he was saying.
Everybody.
He was, like, discrediting that niggas could play till they 40. Because he was like basically saying that the stuff that we got now is what's hurting niggas more than what they've been doing. And Brandon Marshall was like, what are you talking about, bro? He was like, we literally don't have off days. Like, LeBron does not have an off day. He was like, I'm literally training my body right after off season. He was like, I may take 1-2 weeks off and I'm back in the gym.
I'm when I seen the argument, I didn't fully watch the video, but I see the sense of what like Chad Ochocinco was saying, because I also feel like in certain situations, like when people be like, oh, you gotta hit the gym every single day, you gotta eat like this every single day. I'm like, yeah, but to me the body gets used to it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what LeBron does or who, makes up these food plans and all this stuff in the third. But to Chad's point, it's like, yo, what worked for me, worked for me. I played this long, I did this that long. And to me, which we are seeing, but I think it's due to the pandemic, there are more catastrophic injuries now. Like now if you get hurt, you're hurt. You're not just like my ankle. It's like, no, it damn near your career. Yeah. So that's also been a big thing that's been growing. I think it's a little bit more of the pandemic and scheduling and stuff. But yeah, that's been like a major thing that's been happening. Now people that got hurt, OBJ, he went from small injuries, still playing okay, now to a catastrophic injury. You know what I mean? So.
But that's what doctors were talking about with COVID. Like they were saying,
they don't have enough time for the body like to adjust and everything.
It was like the body actually needs to be around shit it's not used to. Like same with like the body, like you can't keep you're gonna plateau at some point. So like if you're not exposed to some shit, it's not gonna react well.
That makes sense.
So that's kind of like the same thing with like working out. Like
you need something to make you stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, man, athletes, like, I remember we was all watching the game when KD got hurt, right? Literally, when they put him in, I called him, like, bro, he's going to get hurt again. Like,
yeah, I felt it too.
Yeah, I was like, why is he playing?
He was all saying that.
Yeah, like,
we was all saying we was at the crib watching that game.
So it didn't look right.
And then when he got hurt again, I'm just like, bro, that's the Golden State's fault. Like, there's no way. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. I know KD's a grown ass man.
They were playing desperate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You could have just called that an L, but respectfully speaking, we would have been like, all right, bro, we know why y'all lost. Okay, but to watch that man get hurt, that shit was just sad, bro. It was just like, what the fuck?
It's like, don't get back up. Don't get back up.
When they said he was going back out there, I was just like, this is gonna end bad. Like this is definitely gonna end
terrible, bad. Bro. That shit.
Because he already came out once, right?
To me, I thought the same was gonna happen to Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, I don't. Just again in football, I don't understand why Patrick Mahomes got the heat he did. Like he wasn't limping the whole
game.
Fucking game.
And still hitting niggas at the helmet.
Still giving accurate passes. I'm just like, don't get me wrong. All respect to Tom Brady, but I'm like, bro, I've never been a different game if Patrick was healthy, bro.
And he had a better line.
It would have been different. It would have.
Nah, even fuck the line. Like, bro, I don't care what nobody say. I love Tom Brady as an NFL player. Yeah. Don't really care for him outside of the NFL. I love him as an NFL player. But Patrick Mahomes, and I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. Yeah. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best thing the NFL has ever seen. I don't care what bro. The fact that he was still so accurate hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, this man was running around the pocket. Bro, Tom Brady would never.
Would never.
Bro, that game would have been over. It would have been over, bro.
Bro, let it be. Tom
he had like 3 passes though.
None of that shit.
He had 3 passes where the nigga was just scrambling, and he threw the ball, and I'm like,
it was so accurate.
Like,
don't get me wrong.
They just dropped
to me, the team was done. Like the team knew, like Patrick is hurt. The line's getting fucked up. Like the energy from them was like they giving up already. Like it was way before halftime. It looks like they're giving up, and that nigga, they were still playing, bro.
I'm sure he came into the huddle and was like, why y'all not catching these damn passes?
Like,
bro, we wasn't ready for that. I promise you, we wasn't ready. I didn't know you was going to get it there.
He thought you was hurt.
I thought we was hurt. So, nigga, I'm still delivering.
I thought it was going to be a little
not only like...
He was like this, literally.
Said, scoop.
He's down laying on his couch.
Scoop.
And like I said, I'm not taking
perfect spot.
I'm not taking nothing away from Tom Brady, but I'm just saying I've just never seen... Like, that's to me, Patrick Mahomes is like Michael Vick meets Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, the accuracy is pinpoint, and he runs around just enough. I'm not running around to get hurt. I'm not running to get hit. I'm running around to make time for my fucking receivers. It's just enough, bro. Yeah. He's the future. Dead ass.
His throws are like perfect.
Yeah.
So that's why he could throw it. Like he can do all that movement because he's like, no matter where I'm gonna get to, I know how to get.
I remember watching it with Mars. I'm like, why is he throwing like that? Because we just chimed into the game. I'm like, why he keeps throwing it like that? I'm like, oh, he's hurt. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy because after that game, people were saying like Patrick Mahomes might not get another ring. Or might not get like, or they were saying like it was like gonna be like less than 2, less than 3, whatever. And I was just like,
I just don't get
these niggas are fucking nuts. It was like ESPN.
Like what? Sports change so quick out. This is why I believe where like narratives are being written. Cause I'm like, bro, we were just saying this man is the GOAT for obvious reasons. He loses one game.
He was just the number one player in the NFL.
Like, come on, bro. It's 1 year he misses out on a whoop-de-doo. Like, what the fuck?
That is literally what, like, ESPN and shit does. Like, they'll be like, yo, Patrick Mahomes is the best. Lose a Super Bowl. Yeah, he might not ever get back there, man.
Yeah, when Shannon was
just to set him up to go back next year.
Shannon was like, I don't know about Patty Mahomes. I'm like, not you, brother. Like, come on, man. Like, you know that nigga's
brother to brother. Like, come on now.
Like, you
know that's the media's role.
They'll
just throw you down. Like, that's the whole thing.
That man is the fucking truth.
So when he's back there next year, they could be like this, like, oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
So we all think he's gonna be back next year.
Like, remember? Oh, most definitely. But remember when, for some reason, I forgot what year it was. I think it was against the Falcons when Tom Brady was the underdog.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was.
I was
against
like,
the
what the fuck?
That's what.
I was like, whoa.
They only call him the underdog because he's old.
That hurt.
But why? No one, not maybe just us, but when did he ever become an... If anything, you would have been underdog this year.
That's how I always know the niggas going to win.
And ESPN
listen, you can't put a nigga with 5 rings as an underdog.
No, I would have gave him the underdog role this year. I would have agreed to that this year.
Yeah.
But against the Falcons...
Against the Falcons?
Fuck no.
We was fired, don't get me wrong.
But also he looked even more as an underdog, the fact that it was
Don't talk about the score, bro.
I have to.
You don't.
I have to.
We can leave it.
Like,
we know the score.
That's why he looked more like an underdog.
28-3.
What the fuck? How do you come back from that?
I'm never gonna forget, bro. I think it was
listen,
I need more.
We was all sitting in there.
We were
watching the game.
We turned the game
off. The game. We didn't turn it off. It went off. Like it just.
Y'all,
they
called me and said, "Hey, where you at for the night?"
We getting dressed. We like, oh, you about to hit the city?
Because I was already out. Nigga, I'm hitting everybody. I'm hitting Luke.
Back on. It's just like, wait, where'd the score go?
Bro,
even when they were catching up, right? You can ask Mars. I'm like, okay, smart thing to do as a coach is just say fuck this and hold the ball, right? Yeah. Like, I'm like, they got this. Yeah, this nigga kept throwing.
Nigga, my phone went from boom, boom, boom to quiet.
Bro, they were like this close to getting to that field goal, and then he got sacked, and I was like, oh.
Bro, that last sack, it was like a 2nd and 15. I said,
bro,
this shit was a literal movie.
Bro, out of field goal range.
Movie. I even watched it too. It was like an hour-long YouTube
documentary.
Yeah. It was like an hour-long. I watched it too.
I watched it too.
Yeah, this was beautiful.
Bro, I love that meme with Matt Ryan. Yeah. Like, yo, Julio down there somewhere.
And this
Julio spazzing.
Yo, Julio made the catch. Like every Super Bowl, there is one. There has to be like a catch.
It just to me, and this is why I understand like sports. There is some type of backing behind it because I told Marlon. I think we all agreed when we were watching. We were just like, this is just too easy. It just didn't make any sense. Like these, don't get me wrong, the Falcons could be that good, but they came out the gate busting these niggas, bro. And I'm just like, I literally told him, I'm like, bro, this is just too easy. But then when it got to 28, I was like, all right, maybe.
It was too easy, but then it got that.
I was like, I'll take it. We the city of licks. Let's get this lick going.
I was like, oh shit.
I'm like, Atlanta tonight. We need our one.
Yeah, Matt Ryan never recovered from that. I never thought he was good.
He never has.
He never
has.
He was never good, so of course he's never gonna recover.
He's
never going back there.
I was gonna say in the movie, I won't call it the movie, in that whatever video I watched, literally I forgot who was on the bench for the Falcons when it was up by like 20, whatever. He was like, I don't know, man, it's Tom Brady. We can't beat.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
He literally said that shit. I was like, wow, if only you knew what was gonna happen. If only you knew.
I do feel like there is some backing because like that whole game, I was like, yo,
Brooklyn got it.
Brooklyn got it late.
Oh wow,
100. Oh, they about to be scary. They about to be scary, bro.
Yeah, man. Like even when the Browns was beating the Steelers bad, I was just like, keep going.
Keep going.
Because
it still took Antonio Brown to catch that. Not Antonio Brown. Who was the
always gotta keep
the
going.
200 touch? Who
I don't know. I can't remember his name right now. But
on the Steelers,
I still didn't feel like it was that close. But they were saying it was getting closer. I knew that game was over.
Getting close. It was like a touch. Like
it was 2 touchdowns in like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It would have been a turnover, and that was about to happen.
Hey, bro. After the Falcons, man.
That shit, anything's possible.
Man, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart, bro. If you ever felt Atlanta be so excited, it then felt so let down, bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like I kept going up against nigga after nigga.
Nigga sent me straight to voicemail.
I said nigga after nigga. I was like, yo, who you got, nigga? You already know. Like that whole week, cause Atlanta we be quiet. We don't normally root, cause we already know.
Nigga was talking.
But that whole shit, we was like after we beat Green Bay, after we beat Green Bay and how we beat Green Bay, we was like, yo, we on niggas.
I always like even when Corey was like, yo, you seen the Falcons? I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe them yet. But when they beat Green Bay, it was like, I don't know, maybe they got it. But it was still. It was just like a rocky Super Bowl thing. It was just like, even Tom Brady was still kind of rocky. Matt Ryan, the Falcons were rocky. So it was just like you never know.
Yeah.
But nah.
That's a Georgia football.
Tom Brady knew. Nigga knew.
That's a Georgia football curse, though.
He said, laser focus. Laser focus. I was like, oh, shit.
When Tom get late, I was like, I saw that documentary. I said, oh, this motherfucker knew. He was like, all right, the dollar's back on my side now, guys.
But at the end of the day, bro, like, what you talk about is so true. Because, like, I forgot. The Last Dance documentary, there's so much that goes into making a good team. It's not just about being a superstar. It's not about just being Tom Brady, bro. Like, if that organization and all that shit don't respect you, like, that's one thing I love about Tom Brady. Enough players don't get the respect. I think, what's his name is going through this right now? Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he don't get enough respect.
If they don't get enough respect from their, like, organization, bro, it does not work. And I feel like Tom Brady, ever since, of course, being Tom Brady, the organization just said, you get what you want. Yeah. Bro, Tom Brady went to Tampa, make sure you got Antonio Brown, make sure you got this person, make sure you got that person.
He got everything he wanted.
Like, not everybody gets that opportunity. You feel me? So to be able to do that, and not just saying because, it's Tom Brady, but just to be able to have that around you, which I don't think a lot of players do get, is just fucking, like, unbelievable.
That's what he was talking about on I Am Athlete. It was like, Tom literally got everything he wanted to.
Yeah, like, bro, and this is one thing, this is why, side factor, that I feel like Baker Mayfield and a couple other quarterbacks are going to be like really good is because I've noticed, like Tom Brady, the quarterbacks that stay long and last and actually make real noise in the NFL are not the best ones. It's the ones that just don't get touched. That's it. Yeah. Like Lamar Jackson's in the league, the Patrick Mahomes is kind of but the ones that just do their job and don't get touched usually be the ones kind of going. Like, name a quarterback that was actually unbelievably good that won a Super Bowl, other than Patrick Mahomes. And to me, everybody else was just good. That's it. I personally don't think Tom Brady's like, oh my God, he just don't get touched.
It's just for some reason when I don't know.
Bro,
they've proven this shit.
There's no new quarterback.
Russell Wilson got one, right?
He got one. He had to fight for that one.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson a person you can say.
Oh, Russell Wilson for sure. That motherfucker.
Because and I was gonna say before him, out of the new age quarterbacks, you gotta go back to like Brett Favre. Like, that's the last one who was like fighting for his life for.
That's because that team sucked.
And when he fought,
I will give
he did whatever the fuck he could to make that shit happen.
You can argue, but I just feel like at the end of the day, which I don't think there's wrong with, it starts with your line, your organization caring about your quarterback, and making sure he just has the time to do his job. That's it.
You just gotta be respected.
Like, that's truly it.
Because that's what's happening with Russell Wilson.
Because I feel like y'all probably don't keep up with what's his name, but the dude that got hurt for Cincinnati, Joe Burrows, right?
Yeah, Joe Burrows.
I think that nigga's fire. He got hurt already.
Yo, man's is fire.
He was balling.
He was balling. He already got hurt. I think it was ACL if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then he got
that shit was
fucked up. And they kept saying that. They kept saying, Joe Burrow continues to get hit. Joe Burrow continues to get hit. And towards ACL. Like, that shit really
he don't slide. He don't do anything. He's a pocket passer.
Yeah. And that's what they talking about.
That's just still on.
That's the biggest thing with Lamar, too, people are scared about. But, yeah, man, when it comes to any sport, bro, the more you are respected or you have any type of thing with your organization where you can talk and get what you need and want, bro, I feel like you go longer, just in general.
That makes sense.
Because I feel like that's, in a weird way, I feel like that's NBA's whole regulation of, I need some time to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, hey, y'all have to respect my resting moments, you feel me? Because I have 10 more years, not 2.
So y'all feel like that's good for the NBA? As opposed to, like, a lot of people say that it's bad because of, like...
The resting?
Resting.
I do think it's bad for the NBA because... To y'all's point, you don't watch it no more because of Kobe and probably for other reasons as well. Mm-hmm. I watch it. One of the reasons Mars is talking about is kind of like you only watch it for key matchups. My fault. To me, I used to watch NBA to watch it every day.
Yeah.
If there was a game, I was watching it. But now it's like if it's not Brooklyn versus the Lakers or like superstar matchup because it's superstar teams now, or even on a regular day if Kawhi is going against Zach LaVine, chances are Kawhi's sitting down because Zach LaVine's not worth Kawhi time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it just takes away. It just takes away from wanting to watch an average game. It just like if it's not the playoffs, then I'm straight. That's how I feel about that.
See, I don't know if I would really like blame the resting as much as I just blame the way the teams are set up now. I just feel like since there's like these few and far between super teams, you don't have as many matchups that you could really get hyped for.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that too.
Like if they was more spread out, then even if they were like resting, you could be like, okay, I'm about to see. I'm gonna still see something now.
The reason why I don't fully agree with it because people were resting before a super team. Kawhi was resting way before the like super team was becoming a thing.
But now it's like a real deal like thing. Yeah. Like niggas is resting like a quarter of the season. You know, like that's it's regular.
But yeah, and I agree with the point that 'cause to me, I think most people, if I'm not mistaken, the NBA's ratings were at an all-time low last year.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, I could be because of several different things, but it was at an all-time low last year.
I think it's bad.
I didn't watch.
I think it's bad overall because like when you think about it, like the NBA made a majority of itself like with fans being present.
Yeah, of course.
And so like once you saw the decrease of fans showing up, like they started losing money really before COVID, like because LeBron would sit out and like a fan showing up and like damn, like I don't know if my player is going to play. Like the NBA has no control over when a player is going to sit out. So it's like damn, like TV money is like, all right, cool. We have like $2 billion set aside for like your whole program to run, and like damn, wait a second, this is our $500,000 day. This is our $5 million day. Bron sat out, so people are actually like not showing up to my games now. Owners are getting pissed. So like that was when it was really starting to hit because like that's when like the narratives and shit came out like LeBron's having to rest.
It always surprises me, which I don't know why, but like. Kind of course, there's so much money put behind the smallest things, and it's like, although LeBron's not a small thing to anything, but like if he was to sit out or even play 3 less minutes, it's like what the fuck, you know what I mean? And to his point, it's his body, he got to take care of himself for the future. He wants to play with his child. It's all understandable, but it's just like, damn. And this goes back to a whole bigger story, but it's just like, damn, like this white man has tons of money put behind this, and then this jersey, and it's like. Well, damn! I guess I gotta play, huh? Like, what the fuck?
Because that TV money, like my dad's a camera operator for like the Hawks, BT, all that shit. But he used to always tell me like TV money is the biggest money. So he's like any game LeBron would sit out or like your key matchup player sits out, he was like they lost a good chunk of money that day. Like not just the NBA, but like the owners, everybody. He was like that one day could pay for so much shit.
It's so crazy. I remember, just like a little side topic, but still same thing with the money. I was watching that. I'm not sure if you've seen it when I sent it to you, but I watched this Anthony Mackie interview because Anthony Mackie with Marvel and Captain America and shit. And so he says this wild comment, which I clicked on it for, but it was more of a joke for tone.
You got caught in the clickbait.
Yeah, he was like, Anthony Mackie tells his wife to shut up and make food.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was just like, oh, this is bad. Yeah. So I click it, but. He did say that, but it was more in a joking tone, not like, shut the fuck up and make it. It was just like, if I go outside and cut grass, I would like my wife to give me food or give me something to drink. Still a little weird how he said it, but it was a joke for tone. But anyways, so I'm watching it, and I'm like, listening. It's like 5 minutes. I'm like, I already got to my point, but I continue to watch for some reason. And he said some shocking shit. And he was just like, a lot of hedge firms that put money into movies don't like Denzel Washington. And I was just like, what the fuck? And he was just like, Denzel Washington, like they're trying to sell globally. They're not trying to sell to us. And I was just like, okay, so that means black people. And then he goes on and he was just like, Wendy goes on, he was like, oh, so they don't want to sell to us. He was like, like Denzel doesn't sell to who they want to sell to, as in AKA white people, as in AKA the world. And I was just like, damn. Like, I'm thinking like, that fucks up so much that we see. Like, so in my head, because I'm like, Denzel's one of the biggest actors in the fucking world to me.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm just like, oh, like hearing him say that, and then understanding it, I'm like, that's fucking.
It's like one of the greatest actors of all time.
But it's like the meme. It's like,
you
know what I mean? Like,
it's like, I'm saying it, but imagine if I was white saying it. I don't think a white person would say that.
And that's what I'm just like. I really thought about it. I went through discography, and it shows. Yeah. Like his films are prolifically, of course, black, and I'm pretty sure because he's of his own. But like, he's not in huge, huge budget films. Like,
yeah, that's very true. He's
that's
never
crazy.
Like starred alongside like a
white person.
Leonardo.
That was the point. Y'all know I'm a big Denzel fan.
I never even realized that.
That's my point.
And it just goes to show how good he is on his own.
But that was but if you think about it, is that
wasn't even no big though.
But that was his biggest one, like in terms of like what Luke and y'all are talking about. That, and then underneath that, on his own, because he actually got Equalizer.
He also did
because he got funding, and because the first Equalizer did so well. Great. If the first Equalizer didn't do great, because they was like, all right, cool, we're gonna go off of this.
Because I was shocked they made a second one. I ain't gonna.
You said Pelham was a small one.
It was more so for John Travolta than Denzel Washington.
John Travolta, but he was on his fall off.
But he made more. But like that's why, like if they didn't have John Travolta,
John Travolta should not have made more in that movie. Yeah. But of course he did. Like.
But Denzel's career was. But if you think about it, Denzel's career started off predominantly with Spike.
Yeah, but to me. To think like, cause to Anthony Mackie's point, it was just like, from my eyes, I just understand that he's one of the biggest actors like ever. I think he belongs.
We don't even like recognize.
But we don't recognize
it's because he's marketed towards us.
Exactly. If you look at it in the grand scheme of things of actors, he's not.
Like, people would be like Leonardo da Vinci. I put. He is my Leonardo.
DiCaprio. Nigga said Da Vinci.
But yeah, that shit, like, look up his movies, and I was just like, that shit really shocked me. Cause I'm like, we had an episode talking about like how actors of like this, color and this and all that stuff happens, and then when he said that, I was like, bro, I gotta tell Mars like that. That's fucking shocking.
At least he's got an Oscar, but at the same time, it was forever ago. It was in 2002 for Training Day.
And I was just about to say, I was like, it was.
And then in 1990 for Glory, supporting actor.
Like to me, it's like most people would say Denzel Washington, and if not Will Smith, is like the black dad. You know what I mean? You might say Morgan Freeman, but that's like
your grandpa.
Yeah,
that's the grandpa.
You feel me? So it's like to hear that, like I'm just gonna keep saying it because it'll just shock the fuck out of me, bro.
And that is even more shocking because Training Day ain't even his best role. Like not even.
But that's how you know it's marketed for us because it did so great because people from our market continued to see it. Like when that shit came out, they kept going.
But also because Ethan Hawke was in that movie. He was on a rise at that time.
Exactly.
He was doing that.
That was right before.
He was doing that romance movie shit that was like super huge.
That was right before his S curve, for real.
Like to me, if you think about it,
that's crazy. My mind is blown right now.
Denzel, you my boy forever.
The thing is, I just started thinking about it. Like I was just like, damn, I wondered the same thing what happened to his son. But then I think he got a little better start for the Tenet.
And that's what I was just about to say. His son, he actually said like he's more proud of his son for getting his major roles and how the world has changed because he got that shit with like Zendaya on Netflix. Like
Tenet is already like a big thing for him because he's working with Christopher Nolan, like a big white director.
Don't get me wrong. Already. I don't think he'll ever be that big though.
You mean like ever again? Or as big as Denzel?
As big as his dad, because I feel like what he's doing. This is like not bad at all. I feel like he's in an artistic role. Right that doesn't. Like he has respect.
Absolute.
I think he's getting respect. He can still be big, but I think he's getting respect.
Absolute. Right he's not gonna be a household black name like his dad. So. He's not gonna be like you gonna sit down with your. We will sit down with our sons or kids and be like, hey, that's John David Washington. But my mom or like people that aren't, they're gonna say like, oh, that's Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah.
I also feel like I gotta watch a little bit more with him in it. I feel like I just haven't gotten a big enough sample size. But at the same time, I do agree that he's not that kind of actor. Like I don't see him that kind of way.
I don't think there's wrong with it.
I don't know if I see any of the new black actors that kind of way. Right now, I'm not sure.
Whoa, Lakeith Stanfield. I'm like, because I was about to bring up sorry not to bother you,
bro. So I think I'm just talking about in the vein that you were talking about, like being viewed as like a Denzel Washington.
Yeah. I can see it.
Because we changed along with the time. So Denzel fit that bridge between like our previous generation and our generation.
So you're saying like, do you think we'll see another black actor that can be like our Denzel Washington essentially, or our parents can understand them and know them type shit? I don't think that's ever gonna happen. That's especially with this.
What year did Train Day come out?
I guess like that. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, cause the way you were 2002. Okay. The way you were describing how what's his name, John David Washington is like respected, but he might not be as big. That's kind of like the way that I'm seeing a lot of, our black actors right now. They're getting respected, but they're not as big, except for maybe like Dan Kaluuya. I feel like he's getting
Michael
big.
B, of course.
Oh yeah, I always forget about him.
But see, and I was gonna say that's more so a reflection of us than them.
I don't like a lot of his
movies because of the movie. Oh,
yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't really like a lot of his movies.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't either.
The only movie that I really liked from him was.
Yeah, I know he's
I wasn't a big fan of Creed.
Okay.
I liked Fruitvale Station.
That
was pretty much it.
Him getting shot, but yeah, I was just about to say that.
That was it.
I like Creed.
He was cool in Black Panther.
I like Black Panther.
But I wasn't watching Black Panther for him.
That he's the only actor I see to answer your question. Somebody like our parents will look back to, and we will.
I mean,
yeah.
Our big black actors right now are Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson.
That's because of markets.
And that I don't feel like that. I don't count that.
That hurt.
I really don't count that.
What's crazy is if you really think about it, they're probably bigger than Denzel Washington.
No, they are. They definitely are. Dwayne Johnson is probably the biggest actor in the world.
Global,
literally.
And that's what I was saying. Like it's a global market. Like things.
Market. And that is fucking nothing.
Yeah.
The Rock is the biggest actor in the world.
Because if you think about like, so when Luke was saying like movies that was made when Denzel was popping. Like all of our big name black artists, like filmmakers, actresses, actors, when they was popping and they got their notoriety, was when those movies were marketed for us. Like Love Jones, you got Paid in Full, you got The Wood, you have all these actors like Best Man, 2000s, the 1990s. That market was just for us. And then they said, okay, cool. Now we're a global market now, so we need global market money. We need global market talent. Like, oh, you just fit this one little pocket.
No, I was just mind blown. I had to bring that up. I was just like, Denzel's not.
Denzel's still my number one.
Global. That's crazy.
That just threw the whole thing out of whack.
Niggas act like they ain't seen American Gangster.
I'm not gonna lie, that just really threw that whole thing out of whack because I never really thought about it like that. Because you always see him in such iconic roles.
That's crazy. We
doing this shit so much better than everybody.
When we bring this segment up, you should bring up like Denzel's like Wikipedia and show like just a black film.
Just the black film.
And show like to people like, oh shit, that's true. Like,
no, I'm gonna bring up that he hasn't won an Oscar since 2002 for Training Day. Yeah. Like that's it. And then Glory in 1990. Because
like when I look at Lakeith, because I feel like Lakeith is amazing. But to me, I feel like it's just a different day and age because, like, the roles Lakeith is doing, he's just playing to his strengths, but, like, Denzel's strengths in the same way. Like, Denzel played, like, Mo Better, Mo Blues with Spike Lee, right? Lakeith just did The Photograph, and he did, like, Sorry Not to Bother You, which both lends to his strengths. But he also did, like, TV roles, y'all know, like, Atlanta and shit. So he's just working his strengths. I feel like he's doing these different roles to me.
I agree. Lakeith Stanfield.
I'm not seeing nothing coming out for him in the future.
Right now, I feel like I don't really have no one as like the number one black actor because I feel like everyone's kind of working in a field. Like
in a niche, you feel like?
Yeah, basically. I feel like all actors really are doing that this year with Marvel or something. Like
I agree. Because that's why I was like laughing. We say the names of these different actors. When you say Anthony Mackie, guess what you have to say? You know, from Marvel, from this and that. But like if you say anything else, it's like
crossing over as Daniel Kaluuya. Like, cause he's done, Get Out. He did Queen Slim.
I feel like Anthony Mackie's crossed over several times.
Before Marvel, I always thought 8 Mile.
What else is?
I'm not gonna lie, I forget he was in there.
Hold on. What are his other crossover movies?
Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
I mean, we just watched one on Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix movie.
With Domson Idris. What do y'all think about Domson?
Who?
Domson Idris, the dude.
Frankie.
From what? From Snowfall, and then also from that Anthony Mackie.
I didn't know his name. My fault. I told you I like Brad. This sounds weird, but I like when Brad's not playing that clean role. That's it. I really love that. That clean role is I don't know.
He did an interview and they was like, so how long did you have to practice that American accent? He was like, bro, they took me to some like gangster's house and I had to like practice that shit the whole day.
Yeah, I just hate that clean role. I don't know why, but when like I said, I skipped up a little bit in the Snowfall and I was like, yeah, fuck.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I mean, but as far as he goes, he's young, he's new. Like I
can't really. I would hate for him to get typecast.
But what's crazy if he continues because he came from the UK, like similar like Daniel Kaluuya, I feel like he will have global. He will have a global marketplace as well.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
Nah, but ever since I got the little tip from Anthony Mackie, I just look at actors different. Like, damn, I wonder.
Like, are you for the world?
Yeah.
Are you for the world? Or are you for me?
To me, it just makes me think. Like, of course, I know everything has a target audience, but now when I watch things, I'm like, damn. What do you think of that little black kid watching this movie? I think they were like, fuck, this feels weird now. Like,
no, I don't know. But I feel like movies now are way more like artistic, which are beautiful. Like, feel like the more.
What do you mean by artistic?
I think cinematic is the word he's looking for.
Sure.
I think.
I agree.
But like to Mars, what Mars saying, like artistic and respected. So we don't. I just feel like now, like the way how we're looking, we're digging now more. Like we're definitely digging more for like original content, original storytelling.
As years go by, like everything's getting used really up. Like ideas are just being reused and just.
Yeah, I feel like. Like what we said the last episode. Since shows are moving slower, oddly enough, with a limited series, so shorter episodes, or shorter seasons, I should say. I feel like shows are being more cinematic now, which forces movies to be more cinematic. Because like, a fucking show, damn it, it's like a movie now.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's a thin line between the two, there has to still be that line. So I feel like now movies are kind of being like, to our point, more niches. Like I feel like we've seen a big year from A24 these last 3 years. You feel me?
Yeah, they've been moving solid.
So and
they're like kind of on that indie kind of like artistic
exactly, and they're crossing over to a lot of things. I'm like, A24 did this?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying. Like the cinematic spots are getting that light, just like like these niche environments are really like, damn, all right, let's tap into y'all like for real.
And I think it's the thing that more people are starting to watch those cinematic type of movies, and they're also starting to get some bigger actors in those movies.
I just feel like films, like, because movie watching has changed. Like, you're not going to see those movies in the theaters. Yeah. So, like, now you're going to watch that shit on your laptop. Because if you think about it, what used to compete was you going to the box office. Mm-hmm. So, like, the movies that would be in box office, i.e. your Kevin Hart's, your Taraji P. Henson, shout out to y'all, but, like, those were the movies that was in the reels.
I feel like, though, going to the movies and a lot of the movies that came out when we were able to go to the movies, these movies just feel different now. Like the movies, since we have to watch them at home, and I don't know if it's just like, and when I say feel different, I'm not talking about the watching experience. I mean like the movie itself. Yeah. Like it just seems like they're being done differently. It might be like a budget thing, might be like a, okay, we know this is just going straight to TV. Let's dial it back a little bit. Yeah. But I'm not sure. Like I feel like,
that's how I felt about the ending of Tenet. I don't know.
Well, I'm saying like, think about if this was like 5 years ago, would we have ever gotten the end game that we got kind of thing, from Marvel, or would it have been a little bit different? No. If we were watching it from home, you know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like I'm kind of seeing like a shift in. Movies.
Wait, say that last part again. You said if the end game ended today.
No, I'm saying like if end game dropped when we were only allowed to watch movies at home, would it have been like the same kind of end game? Would it be that same kind of like epic that it was?
Nah, I don't think so.
I agree. I think everything's.
That's why everything got pushed back a year. Yeah. They're waiting for things to come back.
I mean, shit's on pop. It's pop culture at the end of the day. Film is still pop culture.
Let's take a shift into newly released music. How'd you feel about the Drake?
It's cool. It was a nice appetizer. For me. I mean, again, for me.
Not a Drake fan here, but it was cool. It was cool. It was cool.
Here we go.
I'll say it was cool.
Here we go.
I mean,
okay, King.
The Lil Baby song. You said that you didn't like the Lil Baby part. I kind of like that. I
like this shit.
I feel like he slid.
Okay.
He said one line that was hard.
What line? Give me 3.
He was like, he said he'll send a hit with his kids. I was like, that's kind of cool.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It was kind of cool.
That did it for you. That did it for you.
For a little bit. I mean, I want my gangster rappers to talk about gangster shit. And that shit was that. That was simple as that. Like that shit was cool.
Bro, I feel my gangster rappers.
I feel like the Baby verse is just sounding like crazy.
I mean, it sounds like all his other shit. I'm not gonna lie.
But I don't agree with that.
To me, it does. Like I hear the auto-tune, the inflections, the flow.
I mean, it did sound like his other stuff. But I'm saying like it just sounded like he was rapping out of a radio. And Drake.
What do you mean by that? Like the effect?
Like everything on his voice, it was just too much for me. Like
I got you. No, I respect it. I kind of got that feeling.
I felt like he was packed into it.
It's not artificial.
And I sometimes don't like that about like Drake songs, like just the way that they sound in general.
Yeah, because
and I feel like artists on Drake songs have to do the same thing, and I don't know, the mix just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, because like I would say this, Baby keeps generally the same type of sound and mix on his voice, so it stayed on the Drake song, but Drake didn't match that, so it was like really easy to tell the two between the mix, which normal artists do, because 21 does that a lot too. But I don't know, the Baby verses came in so aggressive to me, which I liked at first, but then it didn't go up and down, it just went. That's it. That's what I mean. They just went like, here's Baby.
Gotcha.
But normally when Baby comes on, like he comes on, like that's why I was like, It was just like, oh, here goes baby.
But to Drake's point, I mean, Scary Hours. So I guess it's an EP and it's telling you just to be. You know,
I genuinely.
The Rick Ross song was the best song on that shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say like I liked it for the fact that he gave me 3 consolidated songs and not like 8, not more than 5. Like it's 3. Yeah. Take it or leave it, and you know I respected that.
But Drake always does that.
Like, and I respect the Rick Ross and Drake song at all times. So
I think it was.
Are y'all excited for the album?
I think it's like
excited. No,
yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but I'm definitely.
Wow.
Because I mean, I've heard enough great Drake to like.
I just don't be excited for I don't be excited.
Like, I'm not excited. Like it's a different. I've heard just like for another Ye album. I'm not excited. Like I'm happy with what you've given me.
Bro, every day on Twitter, I see at least like 5 people raving over some new Drake leak, and it's just like I don't listen to it, so I don't care. But it just. I
just feel like Drake is the market, so it's like I'm not excited for the market to come through with another swing. It's just like okay.
So just to give the audience to know what dropped this last Friday, we got Baby Keem with No Sense. We had let's go song by song. How'd y'all feel about that?
I liked it.
I didn't like Baby Keem's No Sense.
I didn't like it. No, I feel like it was like a Drake throwaway.
I did. That's exactly what I told Ant. I said, I just feel like he was playing like it wasn't a requirement.
It wasn't all that. It was. Just,
I don't know. I like. This tone. I like this tone a lot. I just like the overall.
It's feeling. The same every song.
Huh? Yeah. No, I mean,
not
compared to a lot of
the songs,
compared to a lot of the Baby Keem songs that I enjoy, it didn't sound like that. Like the ones that are like high pitched 8th note delays, like. Yeah, like that's a different tone, and I like that.
Getting into it, mixing.
But I feel like Hooligan
8th note delays.
Yeah, but Hooligan he wasn't hitting like that.
I thought.
And Hooligan to me was amazing.
I thought he was going to dive more into like a Hooligan sound, and that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, but that was impressive.
And exactly.
That was impressive.
It was.
Because I thought Baby Keem was definitely.
He was in his vein. He was like, that was impressive. That shit was like, yeah. It was. Hooligan was.
I feel like it was like a market song to like just continue the PG lane.
I mean, shit, bro. These people know what they're doing. I'm not sure. Yeah. I liked it personally.
True enough.
We got that new Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Did anybody get a chance to listen to that?
I like Anderson .Paak. I like the Anderson .Paak Bruno Mars. I like that.
I've been meaning
to get. I feel like it's a good combination.
It's not better than Next Words though.
I haven't gotten a chance, but I want to listen to that Charlie song with the 1975 spinning. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to that yet.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah. And then I know YNW Melly and Kodak dropped, so I didn't get to listen to that either. But that was New Music Fridays. Anybody get any new artists you're listening to?
He's not new. He's new for me, but not.
Go ahead.
Sante in the UK.
Okay, who you listening to, Mars? If anybody knew. I know Benji don't got nobody.
I feel like I am, but I don't have my phone.
I sent you one the other day, Mars. I don't know if Luke and y'all tapped in. Did you ever tap into?
No, I didn't get to listen to it.
Araya.
Niggas said tapped in.
Oh. Damn, I can out.
Araya, Atlas by Araya. I don't know. Luke, you heard about this?
Nah.
It's alternative. Pretty fire. I fuck with it. Well, it's labeled alternative.
I fuck with Buddy Maya. That's what I'm fucking with.
This nigga here.
Yeah, fucking Buddy Maya, bro.
Like her project that dropped, or like some new shit that she just put out?
Nah, I like her shit in general. You like her shit?
Nah.
Why not?
I did.
Damn, why she did you?
Nah, I just like after hearing a few more songs, it's just like I don't know.
I really like one of those songs from that last project.
I think she has a lot of room for growth. She's fire.
I haven't heard of her.
I like Paris, Texas.
I do agree that. Yeah,
Send me that.
I feel like she has a lot room to grow too.
Send me that because I ain't heard of it. I ain't tapped into that.
That's the question.
Yeah, she will.
Do people still listen to Currency?
Oh, we're not gonna start this. We had a discussion about it.
Topic about that, and I feel like the people that listen to Currency are the people that always will listen to Currency.
Oh, I'm tripping. Chance dropped the song.
Chance did drop the song, bro, and I thought it was fine.
I thought it was fire.
Yeah, it was good.
But I had played it in the car, and it was like, turn off Chance. Like, I don't fuck with Chance. And I was like, yo,
what you think? You didn't like it?
I don't listen to Chance.
Oh yeah, you did say that. I don't know what the fuck is
There's
wrong
nothing
with you.
that he's done that I've.
You never listened to Chance. Remember you said that.
I've given it a chance.
No, he has.
That's what people keep saying. They just say they don't vibe with it.
I've sat in cars and people like try to like put me on, and it just don't move me.
That's what niggas keep saying. I heard that all weekend. I kept playing Chance track.
Like, I don't know what it is. Like
that's interesting.
But the thing with him, like versus like a Tyler, like it's not a diss Chance. Like I respect Tyler a lot.
So you don't respect.
I mean, it's like I have like a huge admiration, respect for. I don't have a huge respect and admiration for Chance's music. Like I don't know, but I do for Tyler. Same with like Anderson .Paak.
I mean, I get it. It's just way more artistic value to it than a Chance the Rapper. I feel like a Chance the Rapper. If you didn't get introduced,
I just feel like he's preaching to me. I don't like to be preached at.
This nigga Bill wanted to say that 10 minutes ago. I didn't want to put it out there. Yeah. I feel like you're preaching to me.
Yo, I feel like one thing with Chance, and I can agree with that. That statement is really accurate. I feel like if you didn't hop on Chance early enough, and by early enough I mean a little bit before Sunday Candy and stuff like that. Yeah. If you're hopping onto him later in his career, you definitely there's nothing to really like. So I understand that.
We said that. We were the big Chance people. 10 Day, Acid Rap. We was and then Sunday Candy, we was like, after that, we was like, I don't know. I remember Luke called me. He was like, yeah, bro, I just don't know how I feel about this Chance.
Was picking up on him, we was kind of like, oh, this is
when he did the Donnie Trumpet album, that was the last good thing he dropped. I mean, don't get me wrong, the coloring book, that was with T-Pain and everything, right?
Yeah. I thought was it Chance 3?
No, that was Coloring Book.
Oh, that's called Coloring Book. Okay, then yeah. We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, that was that's pretty decent. Yeah, it was pretty decent. But I think that last good Chance we got was definitely that Donnie.
I forget I even took pictures of this bed.
Who, Chance?
Yeah. I'm about to delete it.
This nigga's hater. I think he's alive.
I had to flex and hate in the same moment.
I have respect for Chance the Rapper.
I have respect for him.
I do too. Even though I don't like none of his new music, except for this last one.
What year was the cutoff for you? Or the year.
Coloring Book, whenever that dropped.
Oh, what was that? 18, 17?
17.
I think it was earlier.
It was 17. 16, 17.
Actually. I don't think it was 18.
Okay.
No, it was 16. I was yeah.
That's fire though.
I mean, like before that, everything was like great. And then
we're not going to talk about Vic.
Yeah.
I saw your faces, Vic.
We have a whole separate episode about that, but
Vic
is a whole different situation.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy how business can change you.
I feel less of it than Chance.
You feel what?
I have like whatever I feel about Chance, I feel less of that towards Vic.
So like, is that good or bad?
So you like Vic less or you like Vic more?
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Say what?
That literally didn't answer anything. Do you like Vic less or you like Vic more?
I like Vic less.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's on that. Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for. All right. Damn. All right. I ain't never even introduced this episode. Like we came here and just started talking.
Yeah, we can give an outro. Go ahead.
Bullshitting. All right. This was the Too Many Ideas podcast. Not sure what episode number this is. You'll see it on the thing. You got me here, Mars. I'm always here. We got Luke. We got Benji. And we got Corey here. Graphic designer, creative director, whatever you want to call yourself. You introduce yourself to the people.
You already did.
All right. As expected, Corey being difficult. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, rocking with us for another week, another episode. If you're watching on YouTube,
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, follow, comment, subscribe. Well, there's no following, but comment, subscribe, talk about these topics with us. We'd like to hear y'all's opinions.
Yes, sir.
You're listening on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, wherever else this is playing at. We love you. You can't see us, but we really appreciate you. We're all smiling right now. Full of joy. Thank you for watching, and we are out of here.